Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hello again. So this is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse and rustic, wreaths, and seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. And also give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and Facebook. And today is all about Trash to Treasure. Our hosts are Rustic and Lace. And our co-host is 6 Kids in a Glue Gun and Crafty Hens. More about that in a minute, but first, DIY number 1. So the first DIY, everything is going to be Mackenzie-Childs inspired. So I had this that I got from a thrift store, and it was kind of really messed up. As you can see, it was scratched and everything. This was really heavy and really super nice. So I was going to get rid of it because I didn't know what to do with it after I got it. So it really was going to go in the trash. But then I decided to paint it with my chalk paint by Waverly, which is in the color ink, which is black. And I used my sponge brush, and I'm going all over the bottom of it and around the edges of the top of it with this paint because we're going to use that Mackenzie-Childs napkin. Now, those are real Mackenzie-Childs napkins that I purchased on Amazon. So there's 3 layers, and these napkins are really, really nice and very sturdy. So, and they cost like about, I think it was $9 when I bought them. So I've had them for a long time because you get quite a bit. And then I'm going to take some Mod Podge now, and I'm going to spread that all in the inside and up the sides of this cute basket. And this basket, like I said, was really heavy. And I really liked it. And with the decor that's going on in my living room, it's like a black and white theme with the cows. So it's Farmhouse. And I decided to use this in there as well and incorporate it because it looks really nice and it goes really well with my decor. So what I'm doing is I'm just sanding off the edges of the napkin, and then I'm going to use some of this gold. This is like a metal paint. It's kind of like antique gold metal, I believe. And I'm going to go around the edges because if you don't know anything about Mackenzie-Childs, most of her decor pieces have gold on the edges of all of her stuff. So that's why I'm doing this with the gold. So I'm just using my little stencil brush from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going around around all the edge of the top part of the dish. And then I'm going to dry brush because this dish had really nice, pretty, like decor to it, I guess you would call it. I don't know. And I just really liked it. So I wanted it to stand out on the handles, especially because you could see them. So I dry brushed real lightly with it. And then I went underneath where these were as well, because if I set it up, you're going to be able to see that part too underneath on top of a table. So I thought that would really look nice as well. And I think this came out so pretty. I absolutely love it. I can't believe I was going to throw this out. So yeah, really, really nice. Look at that. And then, of course, I'm going to do some Mod Podge on the top as well because I want to seal that napkin and make sure that it's not going to rip up or tear or anything like that. So that kind of like is a coating over it. And there it is, you guys. So this is it by itself on a, what would be sitting on the shelf. And then I put these really cute Dollar Tree bulbs, the ceramic ones, in there as well. Look, I think it looks really good. Let me know what you think down below. So like I said, today is Trash to Treasure. So we're taking stuff that we would throw out or that we got from like a thrift store or whatever, and we're going to be making something with them. So also check out the playlist. That will be down below as well. So now I'm doing this for my niece. I have this teapot that I got from the thrift store, and I've done this before, and I am just using some Waverly chalk paint and white, and I was using a pouncing motion because that you usually only have to do one coat when you do that, and I just needed the white underneath on the teapot to make sure that that flower pattern wasn't going to come through the napkin. So next I'm just going to take pieces of the Mackenzie-Child napkin again. Like I said, these are all going to be Mackenzie-Child inspired, And then I'm just going to go around the edges. Now, if you can't find the Mackenzie-Child napkins, they have napkins everywhere that have the buffalo check, or you could do this with any napkin you want, really. So it's very versatile. You can do whatever you want. So that's what I like. And I love doing Mod Podge on stuff like this because I think it turns out really nice and looks great. You just got to be, with these napkins, it wasn't too hard to do because the napkin is really, really nice and it's not real thin. So that's what I liked about it. And it didn't rip easily. So next I took the little teacup and I did the same thing. I'm just going to keep putting pieces of this on and going around the whole cup. And I took a little piece and cut it out and put it around the handle. Really, really simple, you guys. Not much to it. And I just love these napkins. I've had these for a long time, like probably 3 years. I already made a teapot like this for myself that's in my dining room cabinet. And it came out so nice. So my niece loves Mackenzie-Childs, and I said, I will make you one because her stuff is really expensive, and this way is a cheaper way to get that look without breaking the bank. So that's why I do this. And being that I was able to find the napkins on, Amazon, I was really, really happy about it. So next, I went in and I did the little dish. I thought this little dish and teacup were so cute. It reminded me of Beauty and the Beast, the little chipped teacup. That's what it reminded me of. But so cute to go with this little pot. And I love this set. I think it looks awesome. And now I'm going to be shipping this to her because she is up north and I am in Florida. So she's going to be really excited. This is a surprise for her. So if you don't want bubbles, what I did is I took a piece of clear saran wrap and I just smoothed it out that way, and it helped not to make bubbles or anything or have wrinkles, and it came out really nice. And then I just cut off the excess. This was really easy to do on the little dish. The dish was a lot easier to do than, of course, the teapot and the cup. That took time. I'm not gonna lie, it took a few minutes to get this stuff done. But I wanted it to look really nice because I'm giving it to someone, so I wanted to make sure it looked really nice. And then I just sanded off the excess edges that I didn't get with the scissors. And then, of course, I went over the top of it with the Mod Podge. And I did that on all these pieces because I want to make sure it's going to stay on, it's not going to come off. And, because it's going to be displayed, not used, obviously. And then I'm going along the edges with the gold as well. Okay, so this is that metal gold I used in the last DIY. So I'm just going over the top of the teacup with it. And then I'm also going to go on the handle of the cup as well. Because if you look at some pictures, that's kind of what her, decor pieces look like. So that's how I did it. And then I went along the edge of the bottom of the teacup as well. And I'm going to do the same thing with the little teacup holder there, the dish. And I'm going to do that too. And also I went on the top part of the lid of the teapot. Now you could get these teapots I don't know about you guys, but my Goodwill or any thrift store always has these, and they're cheap. They're like $1.99. So you could do this with any. They have smaller ones, bigger ones. There's just so many to choose from at my thrift stores. So I really like that. And now I'm going along the edges, like I said, of the saucer for the teacup. Then I'm going along the bottom part of the teapot as well, because you want to have that gold showing for Mackenzie-Childs, especially because that's what her stuff looks like. And I'm trying to make a knockoff of that. So basically. With her napkins. And then I also ran around the rim of where the little spout is, right? I'm a little teapot, short and spout. Okay, I'll be quiet. And then I just went along the edges of that with the gold. And yeah, this came out so pretty, you guys. I absolutely love these napkins, and I'm gonna be really sad when I don't have them anymore because I should start looking now so I could get some more. Because I really love making them. I actually did a few little small dishes, and they're hanging on the wall in my kitchen on a little dish rack that I have, and it's like a Decor dish rack, and I made them, and they look so good. And this looks really good with lemon or even bee decor. Looks really good. So here it is, all done. I think it came so cute. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. So now DIY number 3. So this one, I did the same thing, Mackenzie-Childs napkin, and I'm going to be using plaster and ink by Waverly, some Mod Podge, of course. I'm going to use this metal ribbon from the Dollar Tree, some of these solo wood flowers. I'm just going to use this little jar, mason jar, wooden piece to, and this little tag sign that I'm going to do, and then a whole bunch of ribbon, laced ribbon. And also, so first thing I'm doing is I'm tracing out the jar, the mason jar, because I'm using this piece of cardboard. I'm not using that jar. It was just to use as a template. And then I'm taking off one layer of the cardboard. I love making these. I made one in my last video that was patriotic, and everybody liked it so much that I'm going to do it again. This time with Mackenzie-Childs, though. So now the ribbon, I'm using the plaster to go over that. This is that metal ribbon that you get from the Dollar Tree. I really love using this on a lot of decor pieces. And then I'm going to use some chalk paint. It's the ink, the black by Waverly. And I'm just going in and I'm kind of like doing a heavy dry brush, I guess you could call it, on the part of the cardboard. And I don't have to worry about the top because that's where the ribbon's going. And then I'm going to take off all this junk on the tag, and then I'm going to paint that as well with the plaster paint because I don't want this to come through, you know, my napkin. I don't want you to be able to see this. So that's why I'm painting it first. Then we're going to take the napkin apart, and then we're going to put it on the tag. And this is a really cute piece to hang up. I love it. You guys could keep this up all year round, really. And I love the way this turned out too. So now I put the Mod Podge down, of course, so that we could put the napkin down. And once I get that all smoothed out, I'm going to put down my napkin. And then, of course, I just go over and I'm going to flatten it so that there's no bubbles and wrinkles with my clear saran wrap. And I just smooth it out. I think this is the easiest way. I love doing it this way, especially when you're using napkins or tissue paper. And then once that's all nice, of course, I'm going to come in with my little sander and I'm going to sand off all the excess on the edges of my little tag. And then next, we're going to come in with the mason jar that we made with cardboard. And we're going to put the ribbon around the top of it so it looks like, you know, there's a piece of metal on the top of the mason jar. And I glue it down. I had to push it down because it was not cooperating with me. And then once I get that all nice and glued down, then I'm going to come in with some of this Distress Oxide. It's vintage photo. And I'm using my little tool, but you can use a paintbrush, whatever you want. And I'm just making it look rusty, like dirty sort of look, because I like the rustic look. And then I am going to situate the way I want it on here, because we're just going to make this really cute Mackenzie-Childs sign. Now you could put this up in your kitchen, I mean wherever you want, but I really love the way this turned out. And then I'm just going to glue down my mason jar, and then I'm going to glue down my flowers where I want them. I love using solo wood flowers. I've had this big package like for such a long time, but you can make paper flowers too. There's tons of videos on here on how to make paper flowers, and that's another way to trash to treasure, right? That's another way to, use your paper bags. Yeah, so there's the flowers on there. Then I decided to come in one of these laser cut flowers from the Dollar Tree. I thought that would decorate. I felt like the mason jar needed something else. So now I make these rag bows, and what I use is I use strips of fabric that I have. I just rip it in strips, and then I just put it in my Bodabra, and I just keep looping it back and forth like a bow, like you would make a bow, and I just keep doing that with all different kinds. And these are kind of like raggy, messy bows. I love these kind of bows because they don't have to be perfect, and they're easy to make because I am a terrible bow maker. I mean, I make bows, but it takes me forever. So this is really quick and easy for me, and I like the look because I love the rustic look. So this is why I do my bows this way. But I mean, you can make any bow you want. You can just crisscross and do the X bow. I know a lot of people do that, but I like looping mine. I think it looks more fuller, and I just like it that way. So, and all this fabric is from Dollar Tree that I'm using right now. I buy their fabric all the time because I use it for stuff like this to make these raggy looking bows. And I also use some lace ribbon as well, and I only buy the lace ribbon when it's like orange stickered at Hobby Lobby. So, or if I could get it really cheap at Michael's, or you know, when it's in their clearance, but that's the only time I buy it. So, and also Dollar Tree, you could get this ribbon at Dollar Tree, that lace ribbon. So whenever they have it, I pick it up as well. And I just keep it in stock. And then I just take a zip tie, I pull it out, take a zip tie, and I zip tie it. But you can use some jute twine, whatever you have to tie your bow together. You can also use another piece of fabric or lace, ribbon, whatever to tie it you want, however you want to do it. And then I just trim off, you know, the excess so it's even on each side. And then I decided to use this. I had this left over from a decor piece that I had from Dollar Tree, and it had the beads on it, and I thought this would look really cute dangling down the side of my tag. So what I did is I glued it down real good in the front, and then I took the other part of it, the other half that I cut off, and I used that as my hanger. And I just took a piece of felt and glued that down on top of it so that I know it was secure and it wasn't going to fall off. And this made it even look better. So see, always look in your stash, guys, because you never know what you're going to find and you'll be able to use. I really don't throw anything out. And then I just glued my bow on the top, and then I took my little button that I had, and these buttons are like a bunch that I got from the Dollar Tree in a little container, and there you go, you guys. I love this one too. I think these all turned out great. Let me know which one you like the best. Make sure you go check everyone out. I will have the links down below in the description box. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, remember, stay crafty. Bye.